Hey, in this episode we're doing homemade pizza featuring Italian sausage. Come along. All right, thanks for clicking on. My name's Duncan Henry. I'm making a little series of the most popular sausage dishes in North America, and in this one, we're gonna do pizza. Now, I'm a butcher. Most of my channel is sausage making content and meat smoking and meat curing related things, but I'm stepping a little bit out of my wheelhouse into the chef's kitchen to broadcast some popular sausage dishes. These dishes, the main feature, the main protein of them is sausage. And today we're doing one that everybody loves, me included, homemade pizza, which is going to feature a couple different types of sausage. But the one that the internet told me is the feature sausage, the feature protein in this one is Italian sausage. And I've made Italian sausage on the channel before, so I will link a Italian sausage how-to recipe video down below. But what's in Italian sausage? Italian sausage is a fresh sausage. It's often made with pork. Sometimes they blend beef in there. There's a humongous variety of Italian sausages out there depending on what part of Italy you hail from. This is what's in mine. Mine has salt, black pepper, sugar, fennel, coriander, caraway, oregano, and chili. I know some people were very offended that I didn't have garlic in my Italian sausage. Not all Italian sausages have to have garlic or the other ingredients that I had. In fact, quick little note for you, how I have come up with all my recipes that I use in my meat shop is I took some of my favorite books, Stanley Marinsky, Retkus Kunis, The Art of Charcuterie, as well as the recipes I got from Olds College, and I amalgamated them. If there was an ingredient that showed up multiple times, it's in there. If there's something that just shows up every once in a while in a different recipe, I exclude it. So mine's the most kind of generic but tasty Italian sausage recipe I could come up with. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna prepare some of the ingredients. I'm gonna cook off some of this Italian sausage, pre-cook it before it puts on the pizza so it's nice and crunchy. That's how I like it. We have our pizza sauce. We're gonna jazz up a bit and prep some of these ingredients right here. So let's bring you in. Okay, so like I said, I'm stepping out of my wheelhouse a little bit here. I feel like there's some chefs that watch the channel. If you're a chef that watches the channel, go easy on me. There's some I know for sure that stand out in my head. Mr. Kev 526, his profile picture down in the comment section, he looks like a chef. He looks like a top quality one. I've read some of his comments before. I get the feeling that he definitely is from just his cooking advice he leaves in there. There's another guy, Joe Alta. He's got some really high-end advice that he leaves in the comment section. I love it. Don't pick me apart too badly, guys. I got my pizza sauce set aside here. We have some Genoa salami we're gonna add to one. I have some pre-cooked bacon ends that I had left over from the shop, and this Italian sausage I also had left over from the shop, but I'm gonna prep the veggies and stuff first for our homemade pizzas. Cut the bell peppers into nice thin strips. Okay, super thin, 1/4-inch strips is kind of how I like to prepare these. Okay, nice little strips cut up like that. And then I'll do the same with the onion. Cut it into nice, tiny little strips because we don't want them too thick. Otherwise they will be kind of watery and too crunchy on the pizza. I'm kind of nice and thin so they tender up a little bit. A little crunch is good. Then I'm gonna grate up some mozzarella and cheddar. All right, we have our cheddar and mozzarella shredded up. Best part of the pizza is cheese. Despite protein being the main, I guess cheese is kind of a protein, but despite sausage being the main feature of this dish, every pizza out there has cheese on it. And I have a little chunk of hard 2-year-old Parmesan. I'm going to grate up some of that just for our sauce. I like to fancy up the sauce a bit. All right, you can save these if you want to marinate them in your sauces as you cook. That's what I like to do. 2-year-old Parmesan's my favorite. Take a little bit. Oh, so good. I'm gonna pop this garlic into the sauce. And you're probably thinking, well, if you're gonna put the garlic in the sauce, why don't you just put the garlic in the Italian sausage? Well, because there's other dishes in there that I don't want the garlic in, okay? But before we get to the sausage, I guess this is pretty handy to have around. If you're making bacon at home, if you've watched the how to make dry cured bacon sausage video, you do wind up with little bits of bacon ends. And sometimes when I had a whole bunch when I had the retail shop open, I would grind these through my coarse plate and then fry them up. And they're just awesome bacon bits if you're doing baked potatoes, Caesar salads, or pizza toppings. Oh, yum. Like this. And then in here, we just have the fully cooked Genoa salami. I'm going to uncase half, and then I will cook and slice half. Just so we got a couple texture differences on our pizza. Just scored the casing. And sometimes when you're doing this, when you're making up sausages, if you know if you cook with the Italian sausage lots like this, you may as well just mix it till you get that protein extraction, and then just stuff it into vac pack bags and save yourself the effort of stuffing these into casings and the extra cost. We had restaurants we used to work for, and we would stuff them Italian sausages and chorizos and what have you, and then I went there for supper and I noticed that everything's uncased, and I said, well, why don't we just make it for you just in 1 pound vac pack bags? And they love that, and I was able to make it for them about $1 cheaper a pound. Okay, time to brown that Italian sausage off. Get that pan going on medium high. Pop a little all love oil in there. Let her warm up till it's just about smoking. Okay, hopefully you can see there it's just starting to smoke. We'll dump, these ones in first here. So they'll take a little bit longer to cook, and then I'll set them aside and slice them up once they're fully cooked. Okay, I got her sizzling good, maybe a little too hot. Give them a flip, nice and browned on that side. Oh yeah, looks good. Okay, now they're probably nice and golden brown on both sides. Oh yes. I'm just gonna throw that on there to steam them for the last little bit of the cook. Okay, those guys have been cooking with the lid on for a couple minutes. They're probably done. Oh yeah, how's that look for tasty already? And then we're gonna add the stuff we want to crumble on top of the pizza in. Oh my goodness, I love the smell of Italian sausages. It reminds me of so many, when you smell something that brings memories to your brain, just flash across the screen of your mind in an instant. Italian sausage does that for me. But what we want to do with this is we want to take the time and break it up into a bunch of small little pieces as it fries. Okay, those are nice and broke up now. Now it's time to just let them get brown and crispy and so good. A reason I cook these ahead of time is you don't really want to put raw sausage right onto the top of your pizza. One, because you're not 100% sure if it's going to cook in time. And two, as it cooks, we add water to sausage, and that water is going to make your pizza soggy. So if it's a little pre-cooked a little bit, you're going to have better crunchier dough, those nice little brown bubbles on your cheese. There we go. The most popular pizza topping. Okay, and as I mentioned when I was cooking that up, you can see all that moisture down there. That'd be a bit much for your pizza dough and your cheese and stuff. So we're gonna let that cook off of these. Don't worry about draining it, it'll evaporate. Whoops. It will evaporate, and it's gonna cook in its own grease. It's gonna get crunchy in its own grease. It's gonna be so good. Okay, they are browning off beautifully. It's mostly just kind of clear grease in the pan now. So I think we've cooked off all the water. Looks good. It's also gonna crisp up a little bit in the pizza. So I'm just gonna take this off. Put this in here, and I'm gonna grab them with the tongs here because I wanna leave that grease in the pan. I'm about to use it. And I just wanna say, boy, oh boy, is it starting to smell good in this meat shop. Okay, we got that grease from that sausage in there, and I said we're gonna make some sauce. So I just have some pizza sauce here that I picked up from the store, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna add it to the pan, but before we add it to the pan, let's get some garlic in there. Get that just about golden brown. This is how I like to make a pizza sauce anyways. You can just dump that pizza sauce right on there. Sometimes if you're buying frozen dough, It'll come with pizza sauces in there, and it's good. It's homemade pizza. It's however you want to make it. I'm not judging you. Hope you don't judge me. I'm a little nervous, I'll be honest, with the chefs watching. I already said this, but I'm out of my wheelhouse. I'm afraid I'm gonna get judged. The butcher stepped into the kitchen. Doesn't take them long to get a little bit golden brown. Don't want to burn them though, because they can get that bitter taste. So then we will pop in, and you can add whatever you want to your pizza sauce, cheese, some herbs, garlic, oregano, basil, whatever you're into. I'll stir that in there. Oh yeah, nice grated Parmesan into the sauce. Hopefully this is making you guys hungry, because I can barely stand it. Okay, that's all integrated, looks good. I'll dump it back out, and let's top some pizzas. When it comes to homemade pizza, the dough, I'm no pizza expert. I love pizza, I'm no pizza expert. I think I know my way around a butcher shop, not bad. There's lots for me to learn, but when it comes to the dough, I'm using some frozen stuff out of the grocery store aisle. I don't know how to make pizza dough. I worked in the grocery store. The bakers, I don't know, they were just always there. I think they woke, I don't think they went to sleep. They were just always there when I worked at the grocery store. They made the pizza. I have no idea how to do anything with flour, so I'm just using some pre-made stuff. It's homemade pizza. Use whatever you want. If you know how to make dough, good for you. It is an art, I think. I admire a baker. They are the hardest working food trade, I think, and the most underappreciated. They are phenomenal, hard little workers that love their trades. Butchers can relate to them, probably so can chefs. But I got two. Since we're feeding the family tonight, we have to make 2 gluten-free pizzas. We got some, this is cauliflower pizza dough is why it's gluten-free. And in all likelihood, if you live in North America, you've made up your own pizza before. Put your own sauce on there. I have the oven preheating, by the way, to 450. It is very warm in this meat shop. We're doing this in the middle of summer. I like a good amount of sauce. So does everyone else at the house. Then, for the feature protein, everybody's getting some Italian sausage. Everybody's getting some Italian sausage crumbles. 2 that are fully loaded, and 2 that are kind of plain Jane. I'm not gonna put any bacon on it. My wife doesn't love bacon, if you can believe it. A little bit of cheddar on everybody. Whoops. Should have put the cheddar on first. What am I doing? So excited about that Italian sausage. It's okay. Nobody's paying for this. Mozzarella. Oof. These are gonna be pretty cheesy pizzas. I ground up maybe more than I needed. No one complains about having too much cheese on a pizza though, right? Things to be grateful for. Being born in this country and being able to eat pizza. Going wild with this one. Bacon, Genoa, Italian, 3 types of cheese, a couple pieces of onion, a couple slivers of peppers. All right, comment section, judge me on my pizza toppings and my pizza preparation. We're gonna pop these in the oven. If I was making these just for me, I would also add a little bit of chili flakes, but we've got the oven preheated. Let's get these pizzas loaded. Okay, I read the instructions real quick. We'll give these gluten-free guys a couple minute head start. Okay, now we'll put in the gluten pizzas. Those other ones are starting to look good. I'm a little worried about my comments. Hopefully I didn't start a humongous gluten debate in the comment section. See you in 10 minutes. All right, our 10-minute timer has gone by, so they should be pretty close to done. We'll see though, we'll be the final judge. Survey says, ooh, those gluten-free ones are looking pretty good. Ooh yeah, I'm gonna pull those gluten-free ones. Look at that. Yummy. Oh, keep banging against the stove. Yummy. I'm gonna leave that other guy in there. The other 2, just a couple more minutes. Okay, give them a couple more minutes. Knocked off the last of the dishes. Let's see how they look. Oh yeah, they're looking a little better now. That cheese is getting a little bit more golden. There's homemade pizza featuring the best, most popular sausage in North America, Italian sausage. Okay, 1 of the 7 most popular sausage dishes fully prepared. I have my big cheese cutting knife, which also works good for breaking up frozen chunk blocks of meat for sausage making. Let's dive into these guys. I'm gonna go for the one with just cheese and Italian sausage because it's gonna represent that protein the best. No wonder it's one of most popular dishes in the world, homemade pizza. It's so good. I'm sure you guys have made it lots. Pizza nights at home are fun. Whole family gets together. My family's chomping at the bit. They're kicking down the door to get in and have some pizza. They're all hungry. So I get the first piece. Very good. Italian sausage rules. It's actually going to be showing up again in this list, believe it or not. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you do a homemade pizza night with your family. Like and subscribe, and we're going to do a couple more dishes like this very soon. Thanks again. One last note before I wrap the video up. We just finished eating the pizza. Everyone thought it was delicious, and the gluten-free cauliflower pizza crust was actually really good.